Hello everyone, and welcome to English Story Radio channel. Today, I'm excited to share an English story with you. If you enjoy this story and want to see more like it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll be the first to know when I upload new content. Without further ado, let's get started. In the quaint town of Oakville, nestled among rolling hills and lush greenery, lived a seasoned detective named Jack Thompson. Jack was well known for his keen intellect and astute observation skills. He had solved countless cases, earning him a reputation as one of the best detectives in the region. One fateful day, Jack received a call from the local police station about a perplexing murder case that had everyone stumped. As Jack arrived at the grand mansion where the murder had taken place, he was met with a chilling sight. The victim, Mr. Johnson, a prominent businessman, lay lifeless in a pool of blood. The room was in disarray, with shattered glass and overturned furniture, indicating a violent struggle. Jack's sharp eyes scanned the scene, meticulously taking note of every detail, from the blood spatter patterns to the position of the broken objects. With his trusted assistant, Lucy, a young and talented detective, by his side, Jack delved into the investigation. They interviewed the staff and family members present at the mansion during the time of the murder, but the alibis were solid, and there were no obvious suspects. Undeterred, Jack scoured the crime scene for clues, carefully examining the evidence with his astute deduction skills. As the investigation progressed, Jack unearthed several startling revelations. He discovered that Mr. Johnson had a reputation for being ruthless in his business dealings, and had made numerous enemies along the way. There were suspicions of a large inheritance at stake, and greed seemed to be a possible motive for the murder. Jack also uncovered a missing will, adding a layer of complexity to the case. With each passing day, the case grew more intricate. Jack and Lucy followed leads that took them to various locations in and around Oakville. They questioned suspects, unraveled hidden clues, and pieced together a timeline of events leading up to the murder. Jack's sharp mind worked tirelessly, connecting the dots and unraveling the enigmatic puzzle. The case took unexpected turns, and Jack found himself in precarious situations. He narrowly escaped a car chase with a suspicious figure, and uncovered a clandestine meeting that shed new light on the motive behind the murder. He and Lucy worked tirelessly, sifting through piles of evidence and conducting extensive interviews to uncover the truth. As the investigation approached its climax, Jack decided to gather all the suspects in the grand hall of the mansion for a final showdown. With Lucy by his side, he laid out the evidence and presented his deductions to the gathered group. Tensions were high as Jack dramatically revealed the real culprit, someone who had meticulously planned the murder to look like a botched robbery, but in reality, had a personal vendetta against Mr. Johnson. The culprit's facade crumbled, and they confessed to the crime, stunned by Jack's brilliant deduction skills. The local police arrested the culprit, and the case was finally solved. The townspeople were in awe of Jack's remarkable detective work, and he was hailed as a hero. Mr. Johnson's will was eventually found, ensuring that justice was served, and the rightful heirs received their inheritance. In the aftermath of the case, Jack was celebrated as a legendary detective, and his name became synonymous with unparalleled skill and dedication. He was honored with awards and accolades, but he remained humble, crediting his success to his trusty assistant, Lucy, and the unwavering support of the local police force. With the case closed, Jack bid farewell to Oakville, knowing that he had made a difference in the lives of the people he had helped. He continued his illustrious career as a detective, taking on more challenging cases, and leaving a trail of solved mysteries in his wake. His reputation grew far and wide, and his expertise was sought after by law enforcement agencies across the country. Jack continued to solve cases with his sharp mind and keen observation skills, earning him a legendary status in the world of crime solving. Despite his success, Jack remained grounded and never lost sight of the importance of teamwork. He always acknowledged the contributions of his assistant, Lucy, and the support of his fellow officers. He mentored young detectives, passing on his knowledge and experience, and inspired a new generation of sleuths. Years passed, and Jack found himself nearing retirement. He decided to take on one last case that would challenge him like never before. It was a cold case that had remained unsolved for decades, involving a long-forgotten mystery surrounding a missing treasure. With his retirement approaching, Jack poured all his efforts into solving the case, determined to leave a lasting legacy. The investigation took Jack on a thrilling adventure, from deciphering cryptic clues in ancient manuscripts to braving treacherous terrain in search of hidden passages. He encountered danger at every turn, but was undeterred, driven by his unwavering resolve to solve the mystery. Along the way, he reunited with old acquaintances and formed new alliances, each bringing a unique skill set to the table. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, Jack unraveled a tale of betrayal, greed, and deception. He uncovered a network of intricate schemes and false leads, leading him to a shocking revelation. The treasure was not material wealth, but a long-lost family heirloom that held sentimental value for the rightful heirs. It was a story of lost love and sacrifice that had remained buried for years. With the case finally solved, Jack retired from the force, leaving behind a legacy of remarkable achievements. He settled in a peaceful countryside, surrounded by nature and cherished memories of his illustrious career. He remained in touch with Lucy and his fellow officers, and his reputation as a legendary detective lived on. In the end, Jack was content, knowing that he had made a difference in the world of crime-solving. He reflected on the many cases he had solved, the lives he had touched, and the friendships he had forged along the way. Jack realized that the true essence of being a detective was not just about solving mysteries, but also about the journey, the people he had met, and the lessons he had learned. As he sat on his porch, sipping a cup of tea, Jack smiled, knowing that he had left a lasting mark on the world of crime-solving. He had faced challenges, solved puzzles, and uncovered secrets, but most importantly, he had made a positive impact on the lives of those around him. With a heart full of gratitude, Jack looked forward to the next chapter of his life, knowing that the memories of his illustrious career would forever be etched in the annals of detective history. And so, the enigmatic murder case that had brought Jack and Lucy together, and the treasure hunt that had been his final challenge, remained legendary tales in the world of crime-solving, inspiring future generations of detectives to follow in Jack's footsteps. In the end, everyone involved in the case found closure, and the town of Oakville celebrated the resolution of the long-standing mystery. The story of Jack Thompson, the legendary detective, remained a cherished memory in the hearts of those who had the honor of knowing him, and everyone lived happily ever after.